Hi, everyone. My name is Jane Silberstein, and I had the great pleasure of working with George for about 15 years. I was at the aquarium as interpreter for about 34 years, and for 15 of those, well, on and off, I was the interpreter for the fabulous Wednesday first shift. We had 23 shifts, and each of them had their own personality. Wednesday first was one of a kind, and George and Anne definitely helped to make it so. Um, it was like a family, there were maybe 25 or more people sitting around, kind of a U-shaped room, and everyone would trickle in and get their coffee, and each week somebody would bring beautiful treats for them to eat and for the staff to enjoy. And George and Anne would always come in fairly early in the early years, and George was always kind of at the head of the table. And not only was his physical presence very large, not large, but he was a tall man. And he just held court. And everyone was so excited to see him, to see each other. They're just always a lot of love on that shift, and knowledge. Really interested in learning about marine biology, conservation. They are one of the most conservation-minded shifts. And as the interpreter, I would come up to the front and start presenting whatever I was talking about that day. And I could always count on George to ask the most amazing questions, things that I had never thought about. Why? How does this work? And what are we going to do about it? That was his most important question. What are we going to do about it? This plastics problem or climate change, and why hasn't something been done? So I just loved going in there and being with all of them. But George and Anne were truly, truly special. And through the years, we became much closer. As he would come off shift, I would always try and plan my lunch hours so that I could be with him. And we would always end up just talking philosophy, talking about God and spirituality and, um, the problems in the world and just everything. And, my greatest regret is that I didn't take advantage of it more, that I always thought about driving out to Carmel Valley and visiting. I was raising twins, and so my twins they were born 2000, so, he started in 2005. And so what he really helped me with was the fact that at around 2010, my mom came to live with us. My husband's Jewish, and we were raising my boys in the Reform Judaism of Santa Cruz way. And my mom, being Presbyterian, wasn't crazy about it. And in 2013, when they were going through their bar mitzvah training, I had a really hard time. And George would talk to me and just reassure me that I was on my own path. I did not have to answer to my mom, and that it was okay. And that helped me a lot. But the most important thing that George gave me was love. He would hold my hands, look into my eyes, and just tell me that he loved me, and that he and Anne loved me, and that I was marvelous. And he taught me that it's so important to tell people that you love them and what you enjoy about them. And so I am very, very grateful to George, and I miss him I miss him all the time, but he's with me. And I am leaving a few poems that, I'm not a poet by any means, but Maya Angelou's poem about the a great soul serves everyone all the time. A great soul never dies. It brings us together again and again. And also, just one of her quotes is that people will forget what you did, they'll forget what you said, but they will not forget how they made you feel. And George always made me feel wonderful. So thank you for allowing me to say a few words. I'm just sending my love to all the family. I was blessed to be at his 90th, so I had a chance to meet some of you, and you are a fabulous family. So thank you.